Next week, I'll have hit 60 days of ownership in my Travato camper van. It's been a learning experience. Prior to this, I had only ever been in an RV one time. We rented one for about 10 days, about 6 weeks before we purchased this one, to see how the experience was like, and fell in love with the experience. Did a bunch of research, honed in on this, and one of the paths of my research led me to a Facebook group called the Travato Owners and Wannabes group, full of information. But the group, most of them have named their camper vans. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna have to do that, right? You got to give it a name. So I started going through a series of, what do I want to call it? Do I want to base it on, why did I buy this? Did I want to base it on the things I like to do? It was a real struggle. One of the problems is the character limits, and reality is I can't travel the world in my Travato because it will not float. So most of my diving is overseas is pretty much out. So we went through this iterative process of, what do you name it? Cutesy, whatever. And then it's like the light came on. And I recall the experience. Now, keep in mind, we had rented an RV one time, and 6 weeks later, I fly to Florida, having put a deposit down. I'm going to inspect the vehicle first time. Never been in one this size, because we had rented a Class C, which is much bigger, relatively speaking. It's like, my wife at first, like, it's pretty tight. It'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Go to the showroom, meet the sales guy. Brings me to the front. I stick my head in through the sliding doors. Step inside. It's like, I sit right here. Ooh, this is snug. Still love the vehicle. Finished the purchase. 2 days later, I drive home. Pulled into the driveway. See my wife coming out. I go over to the side door. I slide it open. She's all smiling. She leans in. Ooh, you're right. It's snug. A name was born. Meet Snug Buggy, my camper van.